Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be finishing up our flip books. First up, we are in the upper right hand corner. So this tab of our flip book is going to be called Slope Intercept Form. And again, we're writing slope in purple because it is a combination of our red and blue x and y axis numbers. Intercept is green because we treat points as being yellow, and if a yellow point is on the blue y-axis, it'll create green. We have the general form of our equation is y equals m x plus b. Better include that implied multiplication sign there. And for a fill-in-the-blank problem, this is y equals m x plus b. All right, standard form is all set. We're going to open it up and write down what we need. First thing, as usual, we're going to do another copy of the equation on the inside of our tab. So we have y equals m times x plus b. Where m is the slope and the b is the y-intercept. And we're going to say this is the point. And we do our points in yellow. All right, now there's two ways we can do this. We can go from a table or a graph. Let's refocus that. First up, we're going to make our graph. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. We have 2 points that we are working on for this graph. Our first point is at 0, -2. And I'm using the color coding for these points on purpose. Our next point over here on the line is 4, 0. And if we were going to calculate the slope, we need to find the rise over the run. So what do we know? We know that m equals the rise divided by the run. Next up, we need to determine what our rise and run is. So, taking a look, I always like to go left to right. So from right here, we have to go up 1. No, that's -3. My apologies. This is at -3, not -2. So we have to go up 1, 2, 3 spaces. So that is up 3. We are then going right 1, 2, 3, 4. And right 4. Up is a positive movement, so this becomes a positive 3 on top. Right is a positive movement, so we get a slope of 3 over 4 for our fill-in-the-blank equation. We have y equals m x plus b. Now, this one's a little bit easier for us than before because we can see that our b value is right here. It's an intercept. So we have that as negative 3. Our slope is positive 3 over 4. So then to write this equation to look nice, we go y equals (3 over 4) x. And because that's a negative 3, if we add a negative number, it's the same as subtraction. So we go minus 3. Now, the other way we can do this is from a table. So I'm going to take our 2 points and plug it into a table. Our x values are 0 and 4. Our y values are negative 3 and 0. Once we have a table, we calculate the change. So change in x, 0 to 4 is plus 4. Change in y, negative 3 to 0 is plus 3. What we should remember, slope equals the change in y divided by the change in x. Which gives us positive 4 on the bottom, positive 3 on top, which gives us a slope of 3 over 4. Then, right here, since x equals 0, y equals negative 3, negative 3 is equal to b. And that's just our definition of the y-intercept, the point 0, and our number b. So since it has a 0 in the x part, the number portion is our b. All right, moving on to standard form. That's going to be our box down here, our last one. Now, standard form, we have capital AX plus BY equals C. let's do C in another color. Let's use brown. That'll work. Standard form is kind of the Barbie doll equation. It doesn't exactly give you much to work with. There are some things we can derive. It's meant to look nice, and that's about it. So rules of standard form. So first up, no fractions, or decimals. Part 2 is standard form. A must be positive. Now, those are the rules for writing standard form. When it comes to standard form itself, we have AX plus BY equals C. Now, the big thing we use standard form as is a tool to get other forms. So things that can happen is we can take standard form and convert it into slope-intercept. Now, taking AX plus BY equals C and converting it into a slope-intercept form has some very nice ways we can do this. So first up, if we take a look, we realize that in order to do the conversion, we have to subtract A from both sides. So after we subtract A from both sides, we are left with BY equals negative A X plus C. Then if we divide everything by B, we get Y equals negative A over B X plus C over B. Now, what this should tell us is we should see that this part is our slope and this part is the y-intercept. So, if we're given a standard form equation, its slope is equal to negative A over B. To get the intercept on the y-axis, it is going to be C over B. Now, the final thing we can do from this is calculate the x and y intercept. So x int for x-intercept is going to be the point. And we have c over a. And the y-intercept is going to be that point c over b. So again, standard form. It's not much we can do at face value. It's the Barbie doll equation. It's supposed to look good. But what you can do is you can take that standard form and you can convert it into a slope-intercept form. We did it right here one time without the numbers, and what we found was a relationship that our m is equal to negative a over b, and our slope-intercept, sorry, not our slope-intercept, our y-intercept, b, lowercase, is equal to capital C divided by capital B. So standard form gives us all the information. We can find the intercepts quickly. So if we know what the two intercepts are, we can graph the line. One final segment we're going to add is here in the middle. And this is just going to be a quick reference of what parallel and perpendicular mean. The symbol for parallel is two vertical lines has the same slope. Then we have perpendicular. The symbol is an upside down T. Has negative reciprocal to slope. Now, what is a negative reciprocal? We're going to figure that out, and we've got some easy ones down here. If m equals, so if m equals 2, its perpendicular m is negative 1 over 2. If m equals negative 1/3, its perpendicular m equals positive 3. If m equals 3 over 4, the perpendicular m is negative 3 over 4. And if m, they gave you, was negative 3 over 6, perpendicular m would be positive 6 over 3, which equals 2. Let's do this one. And let's add some arrows so no one gets lost in the mapping. And there we go. Parallel just means two things have the same slope. Perpendicular means you take the known slope and you have to create the negative reciprocal. And that is it. That is the total flipbook and everything you will need for your test. Thank you so much.